has just been destroyed. But instead of being by my side or Rhaenyra's, you chose to celebrate your own rise, laughing with your whores and your leg spittles!
You cut the image of the conqueror, brother.
Did you say it?
I don't know what you mean.
My Kingsguard cut out your tongue.
This is Prince Daemon Targaryen. This is King Viserys. This is the Heir for a Day confrontation. Most viewers see this as a heated sibling rivalry, a shouting match fueled by grief and wine. But a deeper dissection reveals a masterclass in status devaluation and the catastrophic collapse of information asymmetry. We are witnessing a scene where King Viserys is forced to engage System 2 logic, not to govern the realm, but to survive the presence of his own brother. It is a forensic accounting of a decade-long rift, exposing the dark wit of a family that is so busy fighting its shadows that it cannot see the predators in the light. To understand the gravity of this moment, we have to look at the atmospheric context. The king is in a state of permanent trauma. Queen Aemma is dead. The heir of king, newborn son Balon, is also dead. Viserys is a man hollowed out by grief, a state that usually makes a monarch easy to manipulate. But Daemon Targaryen, in his hubris, has overplayed his hand. By celebrating the tragedy, Daemon has inadvertently forced Viserys to switch off his emotions and engage in a slow, deliberate analysis of his brother's utility. This is the power vacuum finally being filled by the cold light of truth.
The heir for a day. Did you say it?
We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace.
The opening gambit is a masterpiece of truth weaponization. Viserys doesn't ask, "How could you?" He asks, "Did you say it?" This is a binary trap. By forcing a confirmation of the words, Viserys is stripping away the illusion of empathy that Daemon usually uses to navigate the court. Daemon's response, "We must all mourn in our own way," is a classic defensive pivot. He is attempting to sanitize a predatory act of celebration by framing it as a personal mourning process. Philosophically, this is an attempt to rewrite the social contract. Daemon is testing the information asymmetry, hoping Viserys is still too blinded by grief to see the calculated opportunism behind the toast.
My family has just been destroyed. But instead of being by my side or Rhaenyra's, you chose to celebrate your own rise, laughing with your whores and your leg spittles!
This is the biting observation that turns the tide. Viserys identifies the window of opportunity Daemon seized. While the king was drowning in the grim day of his personal loss, Daemon was in a brothel, monetizing that grief to consolidate his own status. The use of the word lickspittles is a precise status devaluation. Viserys is metaphorically slaying the rogue prince persona, reducing Daemon's entire political identity to a collection of low-born parasites. He is telling Daemon, your power isn't derived from the dragon, it's derived from the gutter. This is the moment Viserys transitions from a brother to an interrogator, exposing the transactional core of Daemon's entire existence.
You have no allies at court but me! I have only ever defended you! Everything I've given you, you've thrown back in my face!
You've only ever tried to send me away to the Vale, to the City Watch.
Daemon is attempting to remystify the relationship. He invokes a narrative of loyalty to mask what is actually enlightened self-interest. He presents himself as the only unwavering shield in a room full of leeches. But look at the list of grievances. The City Watch, the Vale, these weren't just places to send him away, they were strategic containment zones. Viserys realized years ago that Daemon is an ideological parasite, a man who needs the king to be weak so he can be necessary. Daemon's claim that he is the only ally is a masterclass in gaslighting as statecraft. He is trying to make Viserys feel isolated so that the king will crawl back into the safe embrace of his brother's ambition.
Anywhere by your side. 10 years you've been king, and yet not once have you asked me to be your hand.
Why would I do that?
This is the axiom of blood versus the axiom of state. Daemon believes that genetic proximity grants him a monopoly on power. Viserys' response, "Why would I do that?" is a brutal, clinical diagnosis. It is the sound of a king finally breaking the chains of his own indoctrination. In those 4 words, Viserys admits that brotherhood is a compromised vehicle for judgment. He recognizes that a hand whose higher loyalty is to his own blood can never serve the realm. Daemon's appeal to the blood of the dragon is the final desperate move of a man who has no analytical defense left. He is hiding behind the sentimental sanctity of the family because he has failed as a servant of the state.
An unwavering and loyal
A
hand.
cunt. A second son who stands to inherit nothing he doesn't.
Otto Hightower is a more honorable man.
Doesn't protect you. I would.
From what?
Yourself.
Here, Daemon identifies the primal predation of the court. He sees Otto Hightower accurately as a man who monetizes the king's grief to buy access to the throne. But the dark wit here is that Daemon is describing his own mirrored image. Both men are second sons. Both men are looking to fill the power vacuum. The only difference is the method. Otto uses the mask of duty and politeness to seize power, while Daemon uses the violent rage of the dragon. Viserys realizes that Otto is a faithful servant to the office, while Daemon is a traitor to the stability of the crown.
You're weak, Viserys.
This is the full stop of the relationship. Daemon strips away the illusion of Viserys' competence, calling him weak. He is diagnosing the calculated distraction of Viserys' entire reign, a king who has been preyed upon by his own advisors. Philosophically, Daemon is correct. Viserys has been a grief-stricken puppet, exploited through political opportunism. But by saying it out loud, Daemon has violated the fundamental axiom of the monarchy. You can never speak the truth to a king if that truth makes him look like a servant. This redefines the conversation not as a plea for love, but as a hostile takeover attempt.
I have decided to name a new heir.
I'm your heir.
Not anymore. You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife.
And you are to do so without quarrel.
Viserys uses the formal language of statecraft to signal that the political account is overdrawn. The debt is not just owed for service, but implicitly acknowledges the irreversible damage Daemon's ambition has inflicted on the family structure. He admits Daemon was a faithful servant to the office of the City Watch, but a traitor to the person of the king. By stating he can no longer trust his judgment, Viserys diagnoses the corruption at the heart of their relationship. By naming a new heir, Viserys metaphorically slays the manipulative brother to reclaim his agency as a monarch.